and she'll serve 5, the rest on probation. Yeah, his mama just made a statement to me. She gave her life to the Lord. She never thought she could get on her knees and pray. Yeah, that what the mama just said. When she just got 20 years suspended down to 5 served, the rest on probation. Look like it.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning.
I will be brief because Mr. Matthews has said a lot of what I was going to say up here for Mr. Taylor. I would just like to add, Mr. Taylor's been incarcerated longer than everyone else. He's been in jail since this arrest for this case back in 2019. Mr. Taylor, out of this entire trial, played the smallest role, if any, in regards to this quote-unquote enterprise. And just remember that literally majority of the people that took the stand didn't even know who Mr. Taylor was. Or if they had seen him, they had seen him once, maybe somewhere over the years. As I have said throughout this trial and at the beginning, Mr. Taylor isn't similarly situated to literally every other co-defendant that's on this case. We've all been through these hearings, we've all been through the trial. I just wanted to put that out there on the record because Mr. Taylor wanted to make sure that it was known he's played the smallest role in this case, yet he's already been punished more than every other person on the indictment. Before we talk about, well, as the state said, Mr. Taylor is a recidivist, so there's not really much I can do when it comes to sentencing with the court. However, Mr. Taylor does want to address the court before we move forward.
All right.
How you doing, Your Honor?
Good morning.
My name is Tyrone Orlando Taylor.
Speak up a little loud for me, sir.
My name is Tyrone Orlando Taylor. I know my life ain't been perfect. I made a lot of mistakes in life. I know my background ugly, but not violent, like being caught with guns and robbery and murders and stuff. I know that I made a lot of mistakes by making the wrong decisions. And I learned since 2019, I've been incarcerated to make the right decision.
Lost in 2019.
The victims who accused me of something that they said I did that I didn't do. And it hurt me. Since I've been locked up, my family, I've been having folks dying on me. My son growing up, my daughter growing up. And I've been doing the best I can to get out this situation. And for the victim, Jordan Allen, I asked that she forgive me if she felt like I did any harm to her. I don't harm no one. I help people. I always have jobs that I work. I was a chef. I put pipes in the ground. I helped create Centennial Park, the Kroger off Ponce Leon. I was working. I was doing a lot of positive things, but I had my foot sometimes in the wrong mud. So since I've been doing time, I learned to stay positive and don't do nothing negative. Just stay positive and stay prayed up. I talk to my mama every day. That's all I call my mama.
Every day.
Every day since I was locked up. And I talk to my son. I tell him, make the right decision. I talk to him like he's a brother. Make the right decision. I think about the consequences, bad and the good. And I know that people judge me on my look because I got a strong face. I'm a man. I look like I can't help how I look. I'm not no violent person, no hurter. I don't hurt nobody. And any woman who got up on the stand and said, I heard it now. They can't show no proof, no picture, no report that I really physically heard it now. I got a mother, I got sisters, I got nieces, I got aunties. I love women. I ain't ever committed no crime that they're accusing me that I committed. You can look at my record in the past. I was a user. I used to use drugs. In 2017, I was in a drug program called Stan Inc. Fulton County put me in there. And when I was in there, when I completed the program, I was with my friend Felicia. I was in a relationship with her. In 2017, 18, and 19, I got caught up with this for something that I didn't do. And I don't know how to say it, but I know that if I actually can't get another chance to prove that I'm a righteous person, I'm not violent, I'm not no threat, I'm not none of that what they saying I am. I promise you I'm not. That's all I got to say, Your Honor.
Well, Your Honor, thank you for giving him the opportunity to speak.
That's the co-defendant in the CashOut situation. Now he should be getting his sentence.
Take some time with this. Should be back.
Some time to think about his shit.
Ready to buy a new home, but not sure where to start? With low rates and cost-saving programs designed just for you, All South Federal Credit Union makes it easy to settle into your new home. Work direct.
I'm going on recess right now. CashOut mama, she got sentenced to 20 years. CashOut mama Cash got sentenced to 20 years. But 5 years she got to do. The rest to remain on probation. On that pimping, they pimping. We had 20 years for pimping, man. She in that crowd too. Oh, through that time. Yeah, they pimping, ain't it? See them boy going to a break. She already got her time. CashOut, Mama Cash got her time. Mama Cash got her time already. A little 20. She got to serve 5 to remain on probation. Matter of fact, let me look this up right now. Let's get this shit back online. See what we got going. CashOut, mom's sentence today.
Call ended.
Let's see. Let me get this information. Atlanta rapper CashOut sentencing.
Call ended.
What is it picking up? What is it actually? Rapper CashOut.
Call ended.
Okay.
Rapping is an artistic form of vocal delivery and emotive expression that incorporates rhyme, rhythmic speech, and commonly street. Call ended.
You keep saying call ended. I ain't started a call. It's the mic. Alright, let's see. Let me type this in. I ain't got time to be playing with this. Yeah, let me see exactly how much time his mom got. They said 20 years suspended to 5 years served. The remainder on probation or some shit like that. You know, Georgia, they good for that. They like putting you on the probation. Give you a long extended sentence, and they put you on that probation. That's how they get you. That's how they get you. I think his mama just got a whole dub. Let's see what we got going on. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. Yeah, right there in recess right now. They said them boys had R something. Them boys was pimping something. His mama just got a dub. Cash out facing 25 years. His mama cried. Matter of fact, let's watch some of this. Let's see.
Exercise their Sixth Amendment.
Let's see what the mama has said.
Had a child. I'm sitting here just holding my head high and just, feeling that one day I had a text message proper because, mind you, they made the wrong judge
For trial.
The stay in line or walk a toe, but when this trial and the judgment that I felt that the jurors gave us was not the correct judgment. Truthfully, and you speaking from the heart and you know that this is not your character, something must be said. And I just wanted to address the court and give my perspective on the things that I felt during this trial and the judgment that I felt that the jurors gave us was not the correct judgment.
They're in recess right now. The judge ain't
And it was
finish
so.
up his time yet.
Thank you.
But I think his mama.
All right, Mr. Matthews?
Your Honor, thank you for allowing Mr. Gibson to speak to this honorable court.
Her last.
Let me see. That nigga ain't that time yet. But you know I missed piece of it. I had to remember.
All right, thank you, Mr. Matthews.
Hit that like, hit that subscribe. Man, we had the cash out trial. We just going over seeing what the judge is talking about. Let's get to this man last word.
Measure what was offered before trial and what the court believes is fair after this trial, and that there not be a trial penalty imposed. I'm asking the court to consider
Boy, it's gonna be a trial penalty. You took him to trial.
a 30-year sentence.
A 30-year sentence? Consider a 30-year sentence for cash out. All right.
With all of the charges run concurrent, with the exception of the firearm charge that has to be, under our statute, a consecutive imposition.
30 years.
All right. All right, thank you, Mr. Matthews.
Thank you.
All right.
All right, let me get back to that statement. Cash out lawyer asked for a 30-year sentence.
Sixth Amendment trial
Go back to this boy's statement. Let's see what he
continues
said.
from jury selection all the way through the end of the case. And we believe that that's what will happen this morning. We're asking this court, Your Honor. My client would like to address the court.
Okay.
So before I ask the court for what I'd like to ask the court to do, can I have my client address the court?
Absolutely.
Thank you, Your Honor.
We already skipped ahead. He asked for 30 years. This cash out statement to the court. Cash out
I
statement
want
to
to
the
start
court,
off by
y'all.
thanking you for giving us a fair trial. I want to thank the jurors for the amount of time that they put in to judge this trial. This time being on this trial, I was able to see how the jurors are put in a tough position to, sit there and judge someone's life. And it's a hard decision, and I felt like they made the wrong judgment.
Cash out said they made the wrong judgment.
I've done things in my life. I'm not perfect, but the things I've been accused of, I know that I haven't done those things. I know it's typical for a person to come up here and
hit that like, run them likes up,
show remorse to crimes that they have done, but I can only show remorse to the people that I know that was in this trial, which is Kiera Adams, Deanna Sanders, and Jasmine Brown. Not remorse on behalf of like I did anything to them, because if you know me and people who really know me know that I wouldn't force anybody to do anything. I met women, I dated women who were doing escort or whatever, however people want to look at it from a moral standpoint, but who was doing these things as a grown woman. I've only dealt with grown women. Nothing was forced. Nothing was coerced or anything of that nature. If you notice before this trial, no woman can say anything about me before this trial. If you notice before this indictment, no woman can say anything about me before this indictment. I get the situations that people are put in when they're faced with a certain type of crime or a certain type of time, and they're bullied into this situation to put the blame on someone, or to put the blame on CashOut, or to put the blame on someone who's at the top. That's why I didn't really fault them for their decision. I didn't fault Deanna Sanders for making her decision during a proffer. She just had a child. Mind you, she was just on video call with me while being incarcerated. I don't fault Kiera Adams for doing the things she did with her proffer, because mind you, she was facing a certain amount of time handling her probation in different cases that she's on. I don't fault people for making accusations, because I'm a man that typically let women leave on their own behalf. Never held them in prison or held them in slavery or said you can't leave me.
This CashOut statement right here. This CashOut statement. His lawyer asked for 30 years. He ain't been sentenced
yet.
You
can't do this. Every woman you seen come on this stand showed you that they left and came back willingly on their own. What I mean by that, they left on their own and they came back willingly on their own. During this trial, I was able to see, how valuable life is, and how valuable the people that you hang around, or the people that you even date, or the people that you even know, how valuable it is to judge their character. Sometimes I let people stay around who I knew was going to affect a situation that I had going on. So I don't, and for the people who came to this trial that I never met a day in my life, never had any contact with them, never had a text message with them, never had an interaction with them, don't even know where most of these stories came from, it's baffling. Never forced a woman to commit a sexual act. I've been traveling all around the world from here to Dubai, and you would never hear a woman say that I forced them to do anything sexual or commit a rape with anybody. I don't hang around people that do things of that nature. I feel like And somebody asked me this the other day. It was like, every time I see your head high and you always smiling, because when you have that confidence, it takes me back to the, when you have that confidence, and it takes me back to the Bible. When you have that confidence and you know you can be falsely accused of things. Jesus was falsely accused. A lot of the prophets were falsely accused. You don't have that emotion like you've done something. So if you see me with my head high, or if you see me smiling, it's because I know at the end of the day, through Jesus Christ, the Most High will always give you the actual judgment. So I really thank you for providing us a fair trial. Just me getting to know you during trial, I was like, she's just a judge. But when you sit 12 people in that panel and you have them, judge our lives and, put them in a position to judge our lives, it takes you back to, once again, the Bible, when people had to judge these prophets' lives. And I say, if you know me, you actually know me. There's plenty of people that know me in this world. There's plenty of people that know me in this jail. There's plenty of people that know me where I'm from. Like I said, once again, I'm not perfect. I come from certain areas. I come from, certain environments. I come from doing things in my past life before the music. But I'm here to tell you that if you sat in this trial and you paid attention to this trial, before these dates, no woman could ever say, I've done those things to them. Before these dates, you can go on my Instagram and see these women enjoying themselves, having their own things, living their own life. Before these dates, I could say you had these women that never had anything to say about me. Before this indictment, before the RICO, you had these women actually talking to me while I was incarcerated. I've been incarcerated for 4 years, and these women are interacting with me. These women who took the stand and supposedly scared of me, or monsters, or I'm a monster, or took these proffers. This wasn't the case before they was indicted. So from my perspective, I feel like some people can get bullied into a situation that they really don't really want to do. And I'm sitting here just holding my head high and just, feeling that one day the truth will come out. One day the truth will come out on my situation. One day the truth will come out on this rape allegation. That these things never happen. And when you see a person get up on that stand and put their hand on the Bible and swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, that means you have to be perfect, like you're Jesus. You have to be perfect on that stand. You can't show a flaw. And that's a tough one. It's a tough one for me, because I had flaws in my life. So you have to tell the complete truth on that stand. And I got up there and see people put their hand on that Bible and not tell the complete truth.
That nigga went off.
And that's baffling.
That nigga went in.
But at the end of the day, I put my trust in the Most High. I put my trust in the universe to bring out the truth. To bring out the truth of these people who made these allegations. To me, it's like you have no heart. You have no heart. And I know people want me to stay in line or walk a toe, but when you're speaking something truthfully and you're speaking from the heart, and you know that this is not your character, something must be said. And I just wanted to address the court and give my perspective on the things that I felt during this trial, and the judgment that I felt that the jurors gave us was not the correct judgment. And it will show. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Matthews?
Your Honor, thank you for allowing Mr. Gibson to speak to this honorable court. So, Your Honor, I'm asking this court
He asked for 30 damn years.
to measure what was offered before trial and what the court believes is fair after this trial, and that there not be a trial penalty imposed.
I'm telling you, it's gonna be a penalty because he went to trial.
I'm asking the court to consider
30 years.
a 30-year sentence.
Fuck that man gonna do with 30 years, man. They could be old as hell when he
With
get
all
out
of the
there.
charges run concurrent, with the exception of the firearm charge that has to be, under our statute, a consecutive imposition.
All right. All right, thank you, Mr. Matthews.
Thank you.
All right. Let's go back.
Man, make sure you hit that like, share, subscribe. You already know what it is. Now, this is Mama. This is Mama's statement. They asked for 20 years. He just seen CashOut. Lawyer just asked for 30 years after that statement right there. He don't want to be penalized, being that he went to trial. You know, it's usually a penalty when you go to trial. You usually get that whole thing. Whatever your max was, the max on that crime, you get that. But this is the mama right here, right now, doing her statement. And make sure you hit that like, share, subscribe. You already know what's up.
Very highly of her and her involvement while in custody.
Correction, it's 1 in 37.
I'm sorry, is it 37?
Yes.
Okay, 1 in 37, my apologies.
Go ahead.
Her last, as the state shared with you, her criminal history, the only other felony to speak of related to Ms. Smith is some 32 years ago. And it's in regards to a possession of marijuana charge. While she's been in custody, she's been positively engaged and working on rehabilitation. One of the things that Mr. Matthews mentioned
13 and a half.
that is expected to come out of sentencing and what the expectation is. She's already been working on her rehabilitation since she's
Let's
been in
get to the
custody.
statement.
She has been a pod worker, which is the equivalent of a trustee.
A pod boss.
So her requirements there is that she cleans the pod, that she passes out food, that she mops floors, that she sweeps floors, that she makes sure that clothes
Man,
get
get in the
washed.
comments. How much
And
time you think
while
each
that
one of
sounds
these
to
people
some,
gonna get?
while it might be, I don't know, even demeaning to some, it's actually a privilege that's bestowed upon them while they're in custody, that they're able to be trusted to do these things. And she's been trusted to do these things while she's been in custody since 2022. She has participated in the New Beginnings program, is still participating in the New Beginnings program, working towards the certificate that they receive at the end of that. Through that, they participate in anger management, parenting classes, AA classes, cosmetology, all these things, regardless of whether or not these are areas that pertain to their particular arrest or pertain to something that they have personally asked for and needed, and she's walked through all of them. She's participated in everything. Since she's been in custody, she has been conducting Bible studies
Hit that like, hit that like.
2.5 years. And in that, she has received
42 likes, 42 likes. Get that thing to 100 likes.
And it's for the faith worth dying for, having achieved a grade of 100%. She's also participated in lessons on assurance and received a certificate for that through the Set Free Prison Ministries Rehabilitation by Regeneration program that's at the jail for her. During the time that she's been in custody, she's unfortunately lost her father. During this trial, you learned that while at the home in Johns Creek, her father lived with her. She had family that lived in the home with her, and she's a primary caregiver. Since she's been in custody, she's lost him. Her mother is 77 and is in Alabama. Her brother is just 50. And during the time that her father was severely declining, he went into a coma.
Get them likes up. Come on, man. I know y'all can do better than that.
Speech therapy. He requires
We're gonna break it down.
Occupational therapy and physical therapy, and is receiving dialysis. So naturally, her mother at 77, her brother at 50 with all these now special needs. These are folks that she would like to get back to, folks that she would like to be able to caregive for like she did for her father while he was ill before she went into custody. We attempted, Ms. Smith never wanted to be in trial. Ms. Smith never wanted to have a trial. And so there were several conversations and meetings that the state and I had, and the bottom line is that we were just far too far apart on being able to reach a negotiation that we could present to this court. So she ended up in trial, but definitely not a choice of hers. I've heard the recommendation from the state, which ultimately
thanks.
On the two charges and to run them consecutively. On behalf of Ms. Smith, I would ask for something different, but I do want to allow Ms. Smith an opportunity to speak on her own. I would like to hear from her. You can come up here.